How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to give new players to Romancing Saga 2 a few quick tips. Now, these aren't going to be like the greatest tips, but if you don't understand the underlying systems of this game or how it kind of works, because it is different than a lot of games out there, especially modern games, this should help you out. So one of the first things I want to talk about, and I made a video on this earlier if you want more info, is the grinding in this game. Now, you normally play, RPGs, JRPGs, and you come up to a hard fight or something's difficult. You're like, all right, I'll just go grind, level up, and get stronger and do that. Well, this game doesn't have levels, so you can still you'll still level up and get stronger, but there's no traditional levels. You'll just get more hit points, you'll get more proficient, more skills with your weapons, you'll get better with them. The main reason you don't want to grind is this game has enemy ranks. It has a system in it where the enemies' ranks are determined based on how many battles you fought, and those enemies will get stronger. It's like rank 1 to rank 16 is what they go up to, I believe. And the more battles you fight, the game does a calculation that spawns higher levels of those enemies, the variants of them, that get stronger and stronger. And it's a mathematical equation, so you're not going to always see higher level enemies, but the chances of them popping up will be higher and higher and higher. And you'd be like, well, what's the problem? I'm getting stronger too. Well, the problem is your equipment isn't. And equipment is a big stat upgrade and a stat boost in this game that changes a lot of the game and how it feels and how you progress. And if you're grinding too much and the enemies are going up higher because the game's seeing you fought more and more battles, what's going to happen is you're not going to have the equipment to make up that stat difference, and you're going to put yourself in a corner and you're going to be miserable for a while. So keep that in mind. Now, to one of my more main points that's kind of new in the video is your characters, if you don't know already, they have life points. It goes life points, hit points, battle points. Those life points, those drop to 0, they die. I'm sure you know this if you've played the game at all. Now, when a character dies, that's normal. That's actually encouraged, and that's actually supposed to happen. The reason is just like the monsters I explained earlier, your heroes, your playable characters have ranks too. The classes all have kind of like ranks. Like, I don't know if it goes 1 to 16, but they have tiers, and if you let the lower tiers die off, the newer tiers will show up. Now, they're going to show up eventually anyway, but if you want to get them earlier, getting your players killed off is a good thing. Getting the characters killed off can be good. So don't be afraid if people go down. Don't restart. Like, oh, I had somebody go down, I gotta get them back up. Now, if you're playing on normal, you might not lose a lot of LP, and I feel like it kind of makes the game not function properly, because the game is designed for you to lose LP throughout playing. Like, it just happens. That's a main mechanic, and that's how it's meant to be. So I would suggest playing hard classic, and then if you struggle, you can always lower it and then raise it. You can mix around. I mean, do whatever you want. But if you want to feel the main mechanics of the game, getting your characters defeated, letting them fall in battle, and then new ones popping up, new recruits that are stronger and better and have different stats, better baseline stats, that's how you do it. Now, if you are in a fight and you get a party wipe, like everybody goes down, even though, like, say everybody has full LP, like right here, you see 16, 11, 9. If everybody falls in a battle, whether it's a random battle or a boss battle, that party will be wiped, and I'll be thrown into, time will pass, I'll have a new emperor, and I'll get all new people. And that's kind of how the generation system works, which leads me to my next tip. Even if I play these guys perfectly and I play on normal, easy, whatever, hard, and none of these guys die and I keep them, once you defeat so many of the 7 legendary heroes, every legendary hero you beat or so, every one, like once I beat the second one, third one, you will have a generation skip, and these characters will just die from natural causes. 100 years will pass, whatever, and you'll have a whole new lineup of characters. You'll get to pick a whole new emperor, and you'll carry on from there. So keeping them alive doesn't really do you anything, other than, I guess you can say, you never lost anybody, but letting them get killed will spawn and give you access to higher versions, better versions, and possibly even just overall make the game experience easier for you, because you'll get the stronger version sooner. Now, that's not always true, but that's generally how it works. So keep that in mind. And then the final tip I want to give you is, if you look at, all your texts and spells and stuff and all this, you would think, well, when Gerard dies or Bear or any of these characters die, when I get another character that's the same class and there's a new one that isn't currently in my, party system that I can go to the tavern and get, I had to start all over. Well, that's not true. There's actually a master class system in the game. So every court mage, every mercenary, every light infantry, every heavy infantry, every emperor class will have access to the stuff that your other character had. So if I progress to a certain point and I unlock these spells, they'll be unlocked and I can learn them at the kingdom, at the facility that does it. I forget it off the top of my head. But you will carry progress with weapon skills, weapon progress, all that stuff will carry over, even to a degree like the life points you've gained and everything. So think of the characters just as a class, and if they die, you just replace them, almost like in other games, kind of, but you know, it's like, oh, this class is always this way. But there's just a master class system and they carry over. So I don't know the best way to really go about that other than saying your progress is stored even if you play another character in the same class. But that's the best way I can think of saying it. So don't be worried. Don't think you got to start from square one. And that's it. So those are just 3 or 4 quick little tips. Hopefully they helped you out. I know it's nothing too crazy, but it does explain the underlying systems and some of the mechanics of the game so you get a better grasp and you don't think, oh, my guys are falling all the time in battle. I suck. I'm doing this wrong. Why do my guys keep getting knocked out? Why are they dying? You know, it's supposed to happen. It's part of the game. It's how the game is made, and you should embrace it and just go with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.